important concepts that we need to shed light on, like are the differences between what we call accent and dialect. Okay, so let us look into accent. The differences we make in pronunciation, okay, or the different ways by which words are pronounced, this is called an accent, okay? We usually find that people who live in a specific country, in a specific region, area, or belong to a specific social group, even if they are speaking the same language, but they can pronounce it in a different way from other people who belong to different social group or live in a different country, right? So this is what we call an accent. They have different accent. Okay, I can give you a nice example actually for the thing that we drink every day, what we call it in American English, in British English. Okay, so in American English it's called water, right? In American English, in British English it's called water, right? So this is a difference in accent, right? We have another tricky example, which is the word lot. How do you pronounce it in American and British? In American, it's pronounced lot. In British, it's pronounced lot. You see, it's a small or tricky difference, but it exists. Okay, so again, if the differences are in pronunciation, this is called an accent. How about if the differences are in something else, like vocabulary? Okay, this is called a dialect. When the differences are in vocabulary and the grammar. Let me give you an example. So this in British English is called full stop. However, in American it's called period. Do you see? So this is a different word for exactly the same thing. Another example for car park. In British it's called a car park. However, in American it's called parking lot. Okay, it's called parking lot, right? Okay, another example is the word vacation. Vacation is a vacation in American English. However, in British it is a holiday. Okay, so all these are like different vocabulary for the same thing, okay, because we have a difference in dialect. Okay, what if we are talking about both, the difference in accent and dialect? If we are targeting both, then this is called a variety, okay, a language variety. By variety we mean the differences in accent and the dialect. It's called a variety or language variation. All right, so I think this is clear by now, like the difference between accents and dialect. One means pronunciation and the other vocabulary and the grammar. Okay, since we mentioned the accents and dialects, we can take a look at some concepts, like for example acrolect. Okay, what we are going to talk about now, three concepts, are mainly found in British English, because in British English we have what is called sociolinguistic pyramid. Okay, like on the top of the pyramid we have the acrolect. What's an acrolect? An acrolect is the most prestigious form of a speech. Okay, so people of high stature speak this prestigious form of a speech, which in British English is called the Southern British English, Standard Southern British English, or most of the time it's called Received Pronunciation, or RP for short. Okay, it's pronounced, it is shortened with just the first letters, Received Pronunciation, so it is RP. Anyways, this most prestigious accent, most prestigious form of a speech in British English, which is RP, can be called an acrolect. It's an acrolect. Okay. All right. So on the bottom of this um, pyramid, we have what is called the basilict. So, what's a basilict? A basilict is the local accent. You can guess by now, right? So, it is the broadest local accent. And what do I mean by broadest? When I say that someone has a broad accent, it means that it's very strong. He has a strong accent. It means that it is noticeable, okay? So, this is what we mean by a broad local accent, okay? So, this basilict is the accent of local working class, okay, like the people who are less privileged in terms of social status, okay. All right, so in between the acrolect and basilict we have what we call the mesolict. It is just a term that expresses the continuum of varieties between both, okay, or the range of varieties between acrolect and basilict. This is called mesolict, okay. So again, these three terms are mostly related to British English because they have this kind of pyramid, sociolinguistic pyramid. All right, I think it's clear by now.